I'm laughing at that picture of that man with that dark beard.
He's a very handsome man, very, very regal, if you shall, if you
A
will.
man who needs updated headshots.
We all need some updated
Not
headshots.
the biggest priority in my life right now, certainly, but it's just funny when I see myself with the darker beard,
I was just
which
sitting
was
here
not
and I was
completely
thinking,
natural.
really?
Shocking, I know.
It wasn't completely natural.
It was not completely natural, no.
What color is your hair?
What?
What color is your hair?
Gray and brown, depending on depending on where you look.
Mine mine is blonde, red, and brown. I'm like I think David, we're more like those tricolored cats, like a calico kitty.
Of course.
We're calicos.
Yeah.
Calico cats. The calico cats. I saw the calico cats in Cats. Have you ever been to a musical?
I have. I'm not a fan of musicals.
I'm sorry, but they're great.
Everyone thinks that when you're a gay man, you love musicals. And there's a big bar here in town where everybody goes, and there's all these musicals, and all these people are singing along. And I'm like, oh,
Well, David, I mean, honestly, I do know a lot of gay men that do love musicals, but
oh
that's not
yeah.
why I asked. I actually didn't ask you for that reason. I asked you because I was just curious. I want to go see Wicked very soon, and I'm pretty excited about
I have
that.
seen
So,
Wicked. I have seen a lot of musicals because I was with somebody for 20 years who liked musicals. So I have been to a
okay.
lot of Broadway shows and a lot of musicals. I have never been to Cats. Um, but
Oh, it's so
I'm
awesome.
not a huge. I mean, I've been into some of them, and I saw The Wicked with Kristen Chenoweth, and it was really good. Um, and I've seen some things that I enjoy, but generally I don't like musicals. When I'm watching a movie and suddenly they bust out in song. I remember I watched West Side Story,
Yeah.
and it was supposed to be about gangs, and all of a sudden they're dancing and singing, and I'm like, this doesn't seem very gang-like to me. I don't know. I just started laughing.
Well,
It's silly.
okay. So I feel you on that, but I got to tell you, the one that tripped me out was Elton John's movie, and I thought for a minute I didn't know if I was gonna dig it or not. And I like musicals, but I
Well,
like
I
them a
like
lot.
Elton John's music.
I do
I didn't
too,
really
but
care
I
about the
love
movie. Yeah.
okay, the
I
movie, I was
promise you we're
just
gonna get to something other than talking about musicals and movies in a moment, but
yeah, well, possibly. We're
possibly.
because look, I seriously thought it's more of a musical, and I like live musicals, not so much like I'm not listening to the Cats soundtrack. But David, I was like, wow, it actually was really cool. It put a new spin on Elton John music, and I'm like, that's not so bad. That's rad. So let's shift. I guess we probably need to shift. Hi, everybody. I'm Debbie G. This is David Strickle. You are watching the Stream of David. We are on many platforms out there, and we have just stopped in here to say hello for a few, chat with y'all, see what you're doing, and talk about where you can find the channeling session of this, which there will be a channeling portion, but it's going to be over on Patreon. So I don't know who's here yet. If you could just say hi, I'd love to see. Oh, looky, I do know who's here.
Let's pull up the comments. Hi,
I
everybody.
just
Wow.
oh, look at all you beautiful faces. Mm. Cheers, Taya style.
Oh, look at your Taya mug. We both have our drinking my Taya tea out of my Taya mug.
I'm drinking my Taya water out of
Mm,
my honestly.
nice.
Today I went to the store, David, and I'm going to try my hand at making homemade granolas and stuff like that that are all super healthy with no sugar and that kind of thing. And you know, like 3 years ago I remember cooking in that way. And it's time for that reboot, and it's just lifestyle stuff. Whenever I do anything extreme, I don't stick with it. So I figured I'll just do something one little thing I could do.
Well, the thing's probably a good idea. I was solid into the juicing thing for weeks and weeks and weeks and loving it and feeling amazing. And then we started creating this new community.
Yeah.
And I am now getting up at 4 and I'm working till 7 or 8 at night to get all this going. And I love it, love it, love it. I love doing it. But my dietary habits have fallen into convenience, not fast food. I don't ever do that, but just going and grabbing whatever. And it's
Yeah.
the juicing thing is lovely, but it's it's time consuming. And yeah, I just need to go to Whole Foods and just buy some of those pre-made juices, I guess, and just have those.
Well, actually, just order them online. I'll send you the link because I don't remember the name, but there is a company that sends it straight to your house, and it's fabulous.
I need that.
Seriously.
I have food delivered that way. I have dog food delivered that way. I have groceries delivered that way. I have everything. I never have to leave the house. I love it.
So
But
David, are you? It's not. He doesn't have agoraphobia. Don't worry,
oh
anybody.
no, I
He's
love to
really
go out.
okay. He's.
I
I'm just kidding.
I am right now. I am putting a lot of effort into a passion project of mine, which is our new stream community on Patreon.
Yep.
And if you haven't checked it out, please go check it out. I will give you a link to go check it out. And we are going to be moving quite a few things onto Patreon. And the good news is that we are creating a lot more content on Patreon than we've ever created before. So this show will be moving over there. In fact, it's moving over there tonight. We're going to start at 5 o'clock over on Patreon with a live channeling session, and we are also starting two more things that are really exciting. If you're into the streams channeling, one is we are resurrecting the Sunday service that we used to do. If you've been in this group for a long time, this group started out as the Power of Forgiveness. If you remember being a
Yeah.
member of the Power of Forgiveness, I want to hear from you in here. If you were a member since then you've gone through lots of changes. We don't sit still in our world here. We're always sort of evolving and changing and tweaking things. And really, the idea of all this is to continue to offer the stream's message to humanity in service of humanity at a higher and higher and higher level all the time.
Hmm.
And creating this membership community is allowing us to offer a lot more content and sort of offer this ramp up through our offerings all the way from there's a page you can scroll down and look at all the content. And we post things in there every day that are whether you pay for Patreon or not, you'll see it. All the way up to Taya Bootcamp is now in Patreon.
Yep.
So the new Taya Bootcamp is in Patreon. In fact, we're going to be teaching the whole thing over again live in April. So people that sign up for Taya Bootcamp between now and April 1st will be able to participate live with me and the other coaches in the complete reboot of Bootcamp. We're
Yep.
not changing the 4 pillars. Those of you that have gone through Bootcamp before are all welcome to do this with us. But if you haven't taken Taya Bootcamp, it is a great time to enroll in Taya Bootcamp because we are changing the pricing structure of it, and it is more custom tailored to your needs than ever before. This is the 4-year anniversary of Taya Bootcamp this month.
Wow.
And after 4 years, we know what works, what doesn't work, and we also know that there's not a one size fits all way to move people through the boot camp experience in such a way that they implement it as their new way of life.
Right.
So I'm really excited that we've made these changes. We've incorporated boot camp into the Patreon community. So now we have one community for everything.
Hmm.
And for all the people that don't want to be on social media, and there's quite a few these days that don't want any part of social media anymore, even though we're on social media right now. You don't have to be on social media. You can come to Patreon, subscribe to our page, and subscribe at any level that you want. And you can upgrade, you can downgrade, you can do anything you want. It's completely where your vibrational alignment is, and receive all of our offerings. Everything that we do is going to be there now. Live channeling, the expanded podcast roundtable that we're coming up with, this new Sunday service, which is we jokingly call it Sunday service because it's not church. You're not worshiping anything. It is us being in service to the audience, but it's a Sunday morning experience with a stream, 9 a.m. Pacific. And I don't think we're starting this week because my friend Christina is coming from Florida. We're going to start next week, but we will start doing that. And Debbie and I are moving this show onto Patreon. So if you subscribe to the live stream tier of Patreon, you'll get this show on Thursdays at 5. It's exclusively going to be into Patreon now. You will get the Sunday morning show. Almost every week we're going to be doing this, the Sunday service show with the stream. And then when we do our stream summits, and we do at least one a quarter, I don't want to commit to more than that because the summits are a big deal and it takes a lot of work to pull all that off.
Okay.
The subscriber tier, the live stream subscriber tier, will all have a pass to come into the live stream summits on Zoom. So if you're into the live
Yes.
channeling thing, that live stream tier is a great tier to be part of. Then we have a lesser tier, a $10 a month tier, that is just for the expanded podcast roundtable, which is a whole new thing that we're doing. And then we have a coaching tier where we're allowing people to start receiving Taya coaching outside of boot camp for the first time ever. And all the coaches are, and we're about to announce some new coaches in our world as well. So all the Taya coaches will be there and offering lots of coaching and lots of things. Debbie will be there. I'll be there. We're inviting people that are really active in our Facebook group. And I know not all of you are on the Facebook group right now, to become contributors there and contribute content there if they want to. So it's an exciting announcement. It's an exciting time in our world. If you're into the stream stuff, use that link, go check out Patreon. And if you join that tier, that live stream tier, you can catch us in a few minutes streaming live into Patreon. You can tell I've been working since 4 a.m.
Actually, what I can
the stream will show up.
The stream
will show up. They will be here.
The stream is coming. Okay, so the link is right there in the chat for you guys to come on over and join us on Patreon. I just sneezed. They're going to come and get me.
Oh, yeah.
Just kidding. Oh, my word. We have detected a sneeze within your home. We will be showing up shortly to put you into quarantine.
I'm going to put a plastic bag over your house.
Just not exaggerating anything there. Sorry, y'all.
No, we all sneeze. It happens.
So I want to say hi to Kimmy and Cheryl and Maria and John and anybody else that has jumped on that I haven't seen. Susan, hello, or Susan, excuse me. Hi, everybody. So the answer, Maria, is yes. She asked here, I guess I can't bring them up. Are you only doing channeling and Patreon? The answer is yes. And also during the summits. Okay. So,
I'm still channeling on the podcast. So the Stream of David podcast will be channeling almost every week. You'll have channeling from the stream on the podcast. The interactive channeling is on Patreon now. Yes.
I love that. Thank you, John, very much. John says we're looking wonderful. Thank you very much, John. I love that. Okay, so
I think I look like somebody that's been up since 4 a.m., but that's okay.
Well, the dedication to getting this information out. I mean, if y'all just caught what he said, like boot camp's going to get an upgrade. That's going to be so freaking. I have to figure out when you're doing this so I can be present when this is happening. I mean, this is super exciting. The modules are going to be upgraded. That's like some seriously cool news.
Well, we haven't done, the modules that are in there now. The original boot camp was channeled from the stream in early 2018. In 2019, we made it prettier because I created all the graphics and I'm not a graphic designer. And so Matt joined boot camp and went through. He owns a graphic design digital marketing company, and they redid all of our modules, and they look so pretty. And it's been the same since 2019. We've added a lot of tools.
Right.
Boot camp went from 8 weeks to 12 weeks because we've added a whole lot of tools in there. But over the 4 years since we created this, the practice has evolved. It's matured. We've taught it to lots of people. We know where people get stuck now, and we know where we can help people on a higher level. So we're going to go back and redo the whole thing live. So everyone that signs up for it will be able to come on to live teaching in these modules. Plus, you'll have the one-to-one coaching as always. Plus, you'll have the Taya community, the Taya Bootcamp community, which is now going to be over on Patreon. So
I love it.
If you're interested in boot camp, it is going to be more financially accessible than it's ever been in this new structure. And it's going to be more customizable and custom tailored to what your needs are. So
that's right.
It's an exciting time to get into the bootcamp community because of these changes that we're making, because we're doing it live. So you'll need to join and enroll in Taya Bootcamp between now and the 1st of April. So the TIA guides, we used to call them enrollment coaches. We're calling them TIA guides now. Want to meet with you about that. And so we'll be putting links and stuff like that up everywhere. You can always email us at david@thestreamofdavid.com and say, I'm interested in this live version of TIA Bootcamp. Who do I need to talk to? So do that. If you're guided toward TIA Bootcamp, if you see all of these testimonials and you're inspired by it, just know that we are making it more accessible than ever. And you can just let us know that you're interested. We'll get you signed up, and then you can participate in the live version in April.
I love that.
April and May.
Look what John, I can't wait. I'm super excited. So everybody, the link to join us for today's channeling session with the stream is in there. David, how much is it for everybody to join this tier so they know which one?
The tier for the live channeling tier, it's $25 a month.
$25
$25. If you're into it, you keep paying $25. If you're not into it, you leave.
All right.
That's what I love about it. It's vibe, right? It's vibe. We're flowing. We're offering something that is of great value. And if you think it's of great value, then we have this system of exchange that we're putting into place. Everything is a system of exchange in our world anyway. And you will get a lot more of it than what we've been offering, because it's in service to the platform. So you will have Thursdays at 5, and you will have Sunday mornings at 9 a.m. twice a week. Not every single week, but most weeks we will be on twice a week with live channeling. You can come on and ask your questions. It's going to be the same StreamYard platform. Hopefully it works. We'll find out in a few minutes. It's going to be the same platform where you can come in and ask your questions and interact. And then the cool thing is that when you're a member of that tier, when we do our summits, and our next summit is March 23rd. And right now, because we're just launching this page, if you join any tier, even the $10 a month tier, any tier, $10 or up tier, you are going to receive an invite to come to that March 23rd summit. And it's from 1 to 3 p.m. Pacific, 2 hours of channeling, and you're on Zoom. You're not just typing in questions and having Debbie read your question. You're actually on Zoom conversing with the stream. I never know how many people show up to that. So it's really, if you're called upon, you're conversing with the stream. But one way or the other, you're in the flow of that Zoom for 2 hours, which is pretty amazing.
It's totally amazing. So without further ado, everybody, you have about 5 minutes to go over and get yourself ready, get logged into to Patreon. David, if you can put the Patreon link in one more time, and we will see you there shortly. If you have any questions, you can always message me too. Okay, always message me. But it's time. So, and yes, John, I agree with you. Never let anyone know what you're thinking. I just had a big conversation with Joe about this. Joe, don't tell anybody anything about what you're doing until you're done it. And once you've done it, start talking. And the reason why is because not everybody's vibing high. And it's as simple as that. Keep it short, keep it sweet, and kiss it, baby. Kiss it. So yes, Cheryl, just go to you can go to the app, or you can exactly. Totally. You can just go right to the app.
Yeah, you can't wait to on that. And Patreon has a fantastic app. I'm on the app every morning now, because you click on, if you're logged in to the Stream of David on there and you have the mobile app, you click on the app and our feed comes right up. You can scroll through everything regardless of what tier. You don't even have to be in a tier to see all the content that's in there. To open the content of the tiers, you join the tier. But everything is posting there, and we are committed to posting things in the free version every day, at least posts and things like that. So we want to offer something for everyone in there. But obviously, it's all about creating a global community for the stream that has every level of our offerings in one place. That's what it's really all about.
Yep. Okay. So you guys jump on over, and we'll see. We're going to give you like 5 minutes. So go get it done, and we're going to see you over there. This is so much fun. All right. We love you all very much. And if you're watching the replay, go over and watch the replay.
Yeah, because I believe once we do that live, it lives on in that tier, and they can go back and watch it anytime.
So you'll
have a whole library in that tier of just channeling.
That's right. So you haven't
Great.
missed anything. So go on over and get it done. And for all of you, if you join right now, you're also going to get the summit coming on March 23rd for free. So we will see you over there. We love you. Bye.
See you in a moment.